and Osheaga is just like a couple of days away. Very excited about going to this music festival. A, to see all of the great bands in Montreal, but B, because I get to wear my festival DIYs finally. So this is part 2 of the series. If you missed last week's video, take a look down here. It's a tie-dye t-shirt with fringe, and I also did a headband to go along with it. Today's DIY is going to be a hair wrap. Do you remember those? Like in the 90s when they were cool? As a kid, I remember having them. Well, I'm bringing them back. I wore one last year to the festival and I loved it so much I kept it in my hair for a couple of months afterwards. This time I'm making one that's kind of detachable, just because it was kind of gross by the time I took it out of my hair last year. So we're gonna do that, and also something that screams festival. For the last 2 years I've seen girls walking around with these beautiful flower crowns. I've wanted one for a while. I thought I should make one for a while. Well, I finally did it, and it could not have turned out better, and it was so easy and cheap to make. So I want to show you and share with you how to do those. So for your flower crown, you will need some fake flowers. I grabbed mine at the dollar store, some wire, scissors, and also a hot glue gun. So these flowers already came on wire strands. I decided to separate them into 3, and I thought this was a great way to save on material and on time instead of cutting all of the flowers off and making my own wire base to glue them back onto. I just decided to take these 2 strands and wrap them around together using the wire ends. So then you are going to need to measure this to make sure that it fits your head however you want to wear it. Just mark the back, and then you're probably going to want to make it just a little bit bigger, because it is better to be bigger than have it be too small by the time you're all done. So wrap that other wire end around, and then you'll have a complete circle. With my 3rd strand, I just decided to double up on that, and I grabbed my green wire here to fasten those 2 things together. So just weaving it in and around, making sure not to crush any of those flowers. So once you're done, you'll have the base for your flower crown, and then we can add our different flowers. So I cut these all off of the stems here, and then I decided that I was going to hot glue these into place. So kind of just eyeball it. You can maybe put them in place and think this is where I want to have it. Then you can hot glue it so that it is secure, and you can go around your entire flower crown and just design it however you want. I decided to keep the bulk of the flowers towards the front of my flower crown, and as it got towards the back, the flowers thinned out. After I was done that, I wanted to add some more volume, make it look more full, so I went back and cut off some of the leaves and glued them into place, and I found this was best if you glue them onto the other actual fake flowers. So that's it for your flower crown. And for your hair wrap, all you're going to need is a bunch of different colors of string, scissors, a bobby pin, and a pin. So once you've picked out the colors that you like, all you have to do is pull out some strands. I did 4 of each color here, just to make it nice and thick when I was doing it. And you're also going to want to make those strands at least double the length of how long you want your hair wrap to be. So tie them all together in a knot once you've cut them all. Pin this down. You can do it to a styrofoam board like I've done here, or you can also do it with a pillow and a safety pin. First color, you're just going to take it and start wrapping it around nice and tightly around all of the other strands of string, and make sure that you're not letting any of that color show through. When you switch colors, you're just going to hold that purple strand down, pick up your new color, and start wrapping it around again. So it's really quite simple. You can alternate between all of the colors, and here's a different technique that you can use. Grab 2 strands and pull them out and up, and then go ahead and wrap a full color down, then go back and grab those 2 strands, and I'm making a crisscross pattern on this, so an X in the back and an X in the front, and it looks really cool when you're all done. So it'll be looking kind of like this, and then you can go ahead and continue to wrap more colors as you get down. So once you're finished, you're just going to loop it here and tie a knot at the end, and I tied 2 on my strand just to fasten it. Cut off all of the excess string, and you can be done there if you want, but I decided to add some beads just to make it a little bit more fun. So added a couple of beads, just tying a knot here on the end so that the beads don't fall off, and it looks something like this when you're all done. So to fasten it in your hair, throw the bobby pin through that top knot, and then you can pin it in. if you enjoyed this DIY. Give me a big thumbs up if you did, and if you try either one of them out for yourself, send me a photo of the final product. I definitely want to see how it turns out for you. You can use the hashtag toDIYfor to tag me in any of those photos, and follow me on Instagram and on Twitter to tweet those at me. It's at Janelle Steeper. On Instagram this weekend, I'm definitely going to be updating with my experience at Osheaga, so you can follow along there. And take a look at this video. This is my experience last year. So wild, crazy, amazing, good time in Montreal at Osheaga. That's the video that my boyfriend shot last year, and he is going to be shooting another video this year, so you can look forward to that down the road. If you're going this weekend, tell me, who are you excited to go see? You can leave it in the comments below. Or if you've been to another festival or some outdoor concerts already this year, who was the amazing artist that you got to go see? I would probably have to say Black Keys, I'm most looking forward to, but then it might also be James Bay, and it might also, there's just really too many artists, so I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'm getting very excited about going. Don't forget to subscribe though, I will return. I'll be back next Wednesday with a new DIY. Cheers. Don't forget to describe if you, what am I saying? My brain just blah. I don't even know. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Okay.